Blog Talk Radio. Hi everyone, this is Camille from sunny California, and you're listening to the Coffee Chat with Camille show, which is a podcast series that interviews various guests about real-life topics for people who love to learn. Hi, welcome back everyone. We have a episode on how to add $30,000 to your income in the next 30 days. Our special guest is Nicky Billou, who is the #1 international best-selling author of the book Finish Line Thinking: How to Think and Win Like a Champion, the Thought Leader's Journey, A Fable of Life, and the Power of Connecting, How to Activate Profitable Relationships by Serving Your Network. He is an in-demand and highly inspirational speaker to corporate audiences such as RBC, Lululemon, Royal LePage, and TorStar Media. These are facts about him. He is an advisor and confidant to some of the most successful and dynamic entrepreneurs in Canada. He is the co-founder of eCircle Academy, which is at www.ecircleacademy.com, where he runs a year-long mastermind and educational program. As the host of the #1 podcast in the world on thought leadership, the Thought Leader Revolution is at thethoughtleaderrevolution.com. Nicky has interviewed over 300 of the world's top thought leaders. But he's already in the studio. I do not want to keep this magnificently busy and wonderful man on hold any longer. So let's welcome Nicky Billou.
Good to be here.
Hi. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I want to go ahead and get through our questions because there's 10 and we have 30 minutes. So first of all, Nicky, could you please tell me your backstory?
Absolutely. I'm actually originally an immigrant from the Middle East. I'm a Christian from Iran. And when I was 11 years old, the Islamic Revolution happened in Iran, and the relatively benign dictatorship of the Shah was replaced by the not at all benign tyranny of the mullahs. And my late father, he could tell this was not going to be a great place for him to raise his Christian family going forward. So what he did was he made a plan and he got us out of Iran. And, I thank God every day for his foresight because he changed the legacy of our family. We went from living in tyranny to living in freedom. So I've been a champion for freedom, for free expression and free enterprise ever since. And I wanted to be an entrepreneur like my dad. My dad was the greatest man I've ever known. He was an uplifter of human beings. If he knew you and you were looking for work, he'd help you find a job. If you were looking to start a business, he'd help you get that going. If you were looking to buy a car or a house or an apartment and you didn't have quite enough money, he would top you up so you could buy that car, that house, or that apartment. That was the kind of man that he was. And I just wanted to be like him. He was a man who always would tell me, Nicky, life isn't about money or business. It's about people. Business isn't about money. It's about people. Remember that. That's somebody's mother. That's someone's daughter. That's someone's sister, right? That's someone's wife. That's someone's husband. That's someone's brother, right? That's someone's son, father in front of you. You got to treat them like a human being, and you got to be treating them the way you want to be treated. And that was the kind of man I had as the person who brought me forward into the world. And I eventually became an entrepreneur, and I got into the helping profession of helping people become successful. And I started to help business people, and I noticed there was a lot of good people that were in business, but they knew how to do what they did, but they weren't really good at, how can I put this, Camille? They weren't good at business. You know what I mean? They didn't understand marketing and sales and cash flow statements, income statements, balance sheets. They didn't understand hiring and firing and creating a culture and customer service and making a plan to exit your business. They didn't understand any of that. And so they got stuck. And I came from a business background. I understood all of that. And so I started helping these folks. And I've been in the business of helping people who are good at what they do, but aren't necessarily good at business, become good at business. Mm-hmm. And in a nutshell, that was what it was all about, as far as I was concerned, is being of service to good human beings. And especially with sales, a lot of people are good people, but sales scares them. Like, they don't want to be seen like they're pushy or salesy or anything like that. So they don't go after business they should go after. So they don't get, the success they should get. And I could see that, and I thought, well, let's help these people, reframe what they see sales as, right? So instead of looking at it as selling, I have them look at it as serving. And once we rewire their brain, they're able to like serve people, because nobody wants to be sold. Camille, you don't want to be sold. I don't want to be sold, but we all want to be served by a good, caring human being. And when we show people how to lead from love, then it becomes so much easier for them to double, triple, quadruple their sales.
Wow. That's powerful. And then why, you told a little bit about why freedom is important, but why is freedom important, and why does free enterprise matter?
Look, without freedom, you can't have a business that works, Business requires people to be free to choose to do business with each other or not. If the powers that be tell you what you can and can't do, you're not able to create a business worthy of the name. So that's why it matters. And we all need to stand up for our freedom. We can't let the people that want to take it away from us succeed. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. And then what is the charlatan marketer, and how can you avoid him or her?
Well, a charlatan marketer is one of those people that is good at selling, but they don't care if they deliver a result or a value to you. You know what I mean? And for me, you can avoid a charlatan marketer by going and doing some due diligence. Is the individual somebody who has a track record of helping people? Are people saying good things about them? Real people, you know what I mean? Not just initials on a page. And in this day and age, it's hard for these people to hide out for too long. So it's important for you to basically be somebody who goes out and finds people that have a track record of helping good human beings.
And then why do most people live in their comfort zone, and how can you get them out of it?
Most people live in their comfort zone because it's comfortable. But the problem is comfort and greatness cannot coexist. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
then, I'm sorry.
The way that you get somebody out of their comfort zone is they've got to be somebody who wants something more for themselves. If you're looking to win in life, you got to be willing to get uncomfortable. And if you're not, you won't. You have to have a plan to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And then how can you create a compelling personal brand through thought leadership?
Well, the difference between, being an expert and a thought leader is an expert somebody who knows something, while a thought leader is someone who's known for knowing something. So if you want to be an expert, you're somebody who's just got expertise, but nobody knows you. But if you want to be a thought leader, then you're going to be somebody who is known for what you know. So to become a thought leader, you really got to understand what makes you different from other people. I'll tell you a story of one of my clients. His name was Dan. He was a personal trainer. He tried to be all things to all people, right? He would go up to people and he'd say, I'll train you, I'll work out with you, whatever you need, right? The problem was that nobody knew what he was good at, right? So he said, I can help you lose weight. I can help you get strong. And I just said, no, you got to fix this. He goes, no, but I can really help everybody. I go, anybody with a wallet and a pulse, buddy? He goes, yeah, sure, I guess so. And I'm like, no. You got to, like, pick a narrow group. So he said, okay, I'll pick doctors. Because my dad's a doctor, and they make a lot of money. I said, no, that's not going to work. You can't, that's not a good message. You make a lot of money. No one's going to want to do business with you for that. He said, no, I'm doing it. So he did it, didn't work out for him. And then he said, you know what, I guess I need to change this because it's not working. And I go, yeah, you do. He says, okay, I work with cardiologists. Well, they make more money than doctors. I'm like, no, that's not going to work, buddy. And then he said, no, I'm doing it. He did it. It didn't work. Then he started working with a guy with a missing limb, Paralympic athlete. Lo and behold, they hit it off. He helped this guy get fit and win some medals at a competition. And he came to me and he goes, oh, my God, Nicky, I'm an idiot. I've been trying to do all things for all people and been going after the money. I think I'm going to work with people with missing limbs. I think I can really help them. I said, that's a good idea. Do it. In 6 weeks, he signed up 400 clients. He went from having 7 clients to 400. He went from making $1,000 a month to making over $100,000 a month. Actually, $1,200 a month to making over $100,000 a month. And it was all because he stopped worrying about the money. He started trying to help people and went after a group of people nobody else was trying to help. It worked for him.
Yeah. Well, that's a great story. And then how can you add $20,000 to $100,000 to your income this year?
From the world. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not standing out from the world, then you're not going to be able to do anything worthy of being done.
Okay, thank you. And why is it better to go narrow in your market niche than broad?
Well, I think the story I just told you of Dan explains that, right? The narrower you go, the more people see you as an expert. And if people see you as an expert, they're going to want to do business with you. And that's a beautiful thing.
And how can you position yourself as a branded thought leader so that your ideal clients come to you?
Well, you know, you've got to find out what makes you different, right? And if you can show people what makes you different, then you're going to be good. You're going to do well, you know. And that's what my friend Dan did. That's the story that I just told, right? Is he showed people that he could help people in a particular area, and he stood out, and that's what allowed people to seek him out and come to you. If you're listening to this in your business, you got to start thinking about, well, what is it about me and what I do that's different? And if you don't have a good answer to that, you know, listen to my podcast, The Thought Leader Revolution, and go to my website, eCircleacademy.com. There's all kinds of good tools you can use over there to help you figure that out.
Okay. And then how can you sell without coming across as salesy?
You know, you got to do that, first of all, like I said at the beginning, talking to people and focusing on them, what they need. Business is about solving problems for people. All it is. It's not about you. It's about what you can do for people. If you don't want to come across as salesy, just put your focus on helping the person sitting in front of you, and that's the best way to do it.
Okay. And our last question is, how can you generate $1 million income in 3 years or less, no matter how much or little you make now?
Well, it's by becoming a thought leader, right? It's by positioning yourself as a thought leader. And again, that's the most important thing that you can do. So if someone's really interested in making $1 million a year, they got to, serve, don't sell. They got to position themselves as a thought leader. They got to charge what they're worth. Most people undercharge, and when you undercharge, you actually don't just hurt yourself, you hurt your client because of something called expectancy bias. People expect more from what they pay more for. So if you're a relationship coach and somebody's coming to see you and they're like going through hell because their husband or wife is about to leave them, and you say, look, I'm going to try to help you fix this, and we've got a program that's going to work. You're going to save your marriage. You're not going to have to go through a divorce. You're not going to have to lose half of everything you own. And they, okay, great, let's talk. How do we do this? What do you charge? And you say, I charge $50. Well, they're not going to believe you. $50 is too little money. They won't trust it. Now, if you said you charge $50,000, they might think that's a lot of money, but they'll trust you more because they expect somebody who delivers a big service to charge a big amount of money. Expectancy bias is a real thing. So you need to charge not too much, but you definitely need to charge not too little either. So you got to charge appropriately, and most people undercharge. So we show people how to charge appropriately, and that's how they win.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Nicky. I know you're very busy, and I appreciate your patience and also all of your advice that you have given. And I look forward to hopefully having you on again in the future. But thank you. Your message is powerful, especially I now have a growing global audience. So I'm sure they could take a lot from it, especially if they're entrepreneurs. Everyone, you can find Nicky's website is ecircleacademy.com/appointment. Is that correct, Nicky?
That's right.
Okay. All right. I just want to thank you again, and I'm going to say bye for now so you can get back to your wonderful schedule.
Thank you for your time, Camille. God bless you.
God bless you as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everyone. That was the magnificent Nicky Billou. It was amazing. And I want you all to know that the thought leaders, there's he's spoken to 300 of the world's top thought leaders. And that was a powerful message here. And we must become thought leaders. Also, I took away, oftentimes when guests are giving away, as far as I'm concerned, jewels, which he was definitely doing. I love when he says stop selling. Selling actually equals serving. And lead from love. I mean, that is a powerful message for life, right? So I want to name the list of top thought leaders that he has had the pleasure of interviewing. Astronaut Chris Hadfield, George Ross of the hit TV series The Apprentice, Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank, Supermodel and business mogul, the beautiful Kathy Ireland, Evan Misner, I hope I say it right, founder of BNI, Graham Weihmiller, CEO of BNI, John Maxwell, world's #1 leadership author, the New York Times #1 best-selling author, Seth Godin, Marie Forleo is Oprah's coach. Wow. Jack Canfield, author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, and Scott Adams, creator of Dilbert. Okay, again, you can make an appointment if you're out there, you're an entrepreneur, trying to get things going, trying to succeed or become better at your business. Please check out Nicky's website, and also make an appointment to talk with him. ecircleacademy.com/appointment. He'll have said this is a link to a complimentary breakthrough call so that you all, the wonderful listeners, will get clear on why you are stuck in your business. Okay? So I want to go ahead and close out on that note. Thank you very much, Nikki. It was magnificent to have you on. Such a pleasure. Okay? And I want everyone out there to enjoy the rest of your week. Just give it all you got and do the very best you can. And if you mess up, it's okay. Learn from it and keep moving. Bye for now, everyone.